Hey guys, I wanted to bring you along with me to do a bit of a book unhaul. I actually unhauled a bunch of these a while ago, but I kind of wanted to talk about some books that I'm getting rid of and then get rid of a couple more books that I just don't think I'm probably going to get to on my shelf anytime soon. And if my voice sounds weird, it's because I currently have the flu. I feel better today, so I wanted to try and film something, but I thought I would go ahead and show you guys what I'm going to get rid of because I feel like I started reading really seriously in October of 2024, and I had a bit of an issue with overconsumption, I feel like, in 2025, where I was just buying books because they were popular or requesting a bunch of books from publishers just to get them. And I'm trying not to do that this year. I'm trying to be more intentional about what I'm buying and what I'm reading. That way I know I'm picking up things that I'm going to probably like, or at least enjoy to some extent, or things that I know I want to promote to people on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, depending. So I want to just be more intentional about what I'm requesting from publishers and what I'm buying from the store, what I'm thrifting. So I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. And then some of these books I did not request from publishers. Some of them I already read and just didn't like. So yeah, let's get started. The first one is The Villa by Rachel Hawkins. I did not like this book. I think I reviewed it on my Instagram if you want to check that out. But basically, like, it says it's a thriller. It doesn't feel like a thriller. And I did not like this. I read this one. I did not like it. Did not like the plot. Wanted to so bad because I thought that the premise sounded really interesting. It's like set in a villa in Italy, and I just could not get into this. I didn't like any of the characters. I thought that everybody was a really terrible person. So I think that was part of my issue with that. And the next one was sent to me by Hive for their influencer program. This one's called A Time Hop Coffee Shop. I've not read this one. I did read the synopsis and I thought it sounded interesting enough, but I know that I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. I'm not going to read it. So this is going to go to a free library where somebody else might enjoy it. And even in the Hive letter, they were like, hey, this is just like a welcome to the program. If you want to put it in like a free library or give it to a friend, no worries. So I do not like feel bad about getting rid of this one. This is the same situation, was also from the Hive box. But again, it doesn't really grab my attention. It's not anything I think I'll get to soon. So I just wanted to try and get rid of it, especially since I'm trying to be more intentional with what I'm reading. Then this next one is called A Passage to Tokyo by Poppy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name because it isn't gonna go well. I thought this one also sounded interesting, but I've had it for a while and I don't have any motivation to pick it up, which is my problem, honestly. So I thought may as well just go ahead and pass it to somebody else who might appreciate it more. So this one's also going to go to a free library. So this is A Pack of Autumn by Emily Emerson. Again, it was that other situation of like, I keep looking at it, I keep thinking I'm not going to get to it. I don't remember requesting this one. So this might have just been one that was sent to me. It doesn't sound like something I think that I'll enjoy right now or in the near future. Then What a Way to Go sounded kind of interesting to me. This was another one that was sent to me, but I didn't think I was going to get to it. And I know I feel like social media and podcasts are kind of a huge part of this book. It very much gives, what's the word I'm looking for? Or that show. Oh, what is it? It's the one with Selena Gomez, Martin Short. Only Murders in the Building. It kind of is giving Only Murders in the Building. That's what this is giving. Because it's like, it follows a podcast and like social media stuff. So I feel like that's kind of what it gives, but I just am not, I don't think that I'll get to it. This one I actually wanted a giveaway and thought I would read, and then was like, you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to get to this. So that's the thing. I'm just trying to unhaul things that I know I'm probably not going to get to anytime soon. So this is A Rule for Fake Girlfriends by Regan Revord. Ooh, I don't know if I pronounced that right. The reason I actually entered the giveaway is, first of all, I never think I'm going to end giveaways. And this is, again, at the point I was like over-consuming books, requesting way too many things that I didn't need. But she is the actress from Young Sheldon. She's the twin sister. And I think that's why I requested it. I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. But I just am not going to get to this one. So I went ahead and decided to unhaul that one. And then The House Across the Lake, I actually read by Riley Sager, but I did not like this book. I did not like the twist at all. I got so frustrated and I was just really disappointed. So I was like, I don't need this on my shelf. Was not happy with that one. And then Dusk by Robbie Arnott. I just don't think that this is one that really interests me that much. And so I just decided probably to get rid of it. If there are any of these that you guys have read that you're like, oh, I read that and I actually really loved it, I think you should keep it, let me know and tell me why you think I should keep it. And then maybe, depending, I'll decide if I feel like keeping the book. And then we have Anxious People by Frederick Backman. And the reason I decided to unhaul all my Frederick Backman books, except for the one that I've read, is because I read A Man Called O by him, and that book was so good. The writing was so good, but it was also so depressing. And I was so sad. So I just can't really see myself getting into his books. I think he's very talented. I think his stories are really good and really well written. But I never reach for his books that I have because they're so depressingly sad. And I don't know how to describe it. I just get like, ugh, when I read them, because it's like, it's a beautiful but yet really tragic story. And a lot of his books have like, trigger warning, they have suicide in them, or like suicide themes. So I think that's a big reason for me that I've decided to unhaul his books. So the next one is also a Frederick Backman book, which is The Winners. I found this one at Goodwill and I thought I was going to read it, and then I just was like, that ain't gonna happen. So I'm unhauling this one. Then Lessons in Chemistry was also Goodwill. This is my fault. I should have read more about this one before buying it. I did not realize that it has a lot of essay in it. I was like 11 minutes into the audiobook. I had started it because I was going to read it and listen. And there was essay like starting and I was like, whoa. So I decided to not continue reading that because I don't really love essay themes personally. And then the last two are, and I'm probably going to get some hate for this, honestly, Crescent City, the first book and the third book. I found this one like for $2 and it's in brand new condition, which is the reason I got it. Because I was like, well, I have to read all the Sarah J. Maas books. I was like, I have to read all of those. And I don't have to read all of them. I read half of Crescent City. Oh, I actually have a bookmark in here. Didn't even realize that. Gotta take that out because these are my nice magnetic bookmarks. I actually read half of Crescent City and I just couldn't get into it. I did not like the main female character. I did not like the plot. I didn't like the world. Like, there was not one thing about it that I enjoyed, to be honest with you. And if you enjoy it, that's great. I see why people like it, but I think part of my issue is urban fantasies are not my thing. And so I don't think that I'm ever gonna read this series. And I know people are like, you need to read it before you read the next ACOTAR book because there's crossover and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna read the next ACOTAR book. And that will lead me on to my next book that I'm thinking about unhauling. I have not decided. But yes, definitely getting rid of these two, which leads me to the next one. I think a lot of you might come for me on this, but I'm thinking about getting rid of A Court of Frost and Starlight. I might keep this one because I didn't hate the novella, just not a lot happened. But I'm thinking about getting rid of it, but I might keep it. But I don't know. I don't remember loving it. I remember being like, that's okay. I remember being like, but I'm thinking about getting rid of this because I will never read this again, and I did not like this book at all. I don't think there was one thing about this book. Okay, no, there's one thing. I liked the hunt for the crown, kind of, but that was like I think it was a crown. It was like such a small part of this book. I honestly think most of this book was just smut, which is fine, but it's not my thing. I also felt like the plot was so small. Like, the main story was really just about Nesta and Cassian, which is fine if Nesta wasn't just like the meanest person ever. I really don't like Nesta, and people love her, and that's great. You can love her. But I do not like her at all. And that's fine. We all have different opinions. But I'm thinking about getting rid of this. I like having the complete set, but I don't even know if I'm going to read the next ACOTAR because of how incredibly disappointed I was with this book. I did not enjoy almost any of it, and I rage finished it because I was so frustrated. I did, however, like the ending, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to get rid of it, but I haven't made a final decision. I think I'm going to keep this one for now because I did kind of like the novella. I might try to reread it at some point, and then see if I want to keep it. I just think the series could have ended at book 3. Like, she wrapped up book 3 perfectly. I'm not really sure what the point of the novella and then this book was for. I'm not really sure what the point was because 3 just wrapped up so well, it made it seem like it was an end. And so I think that's why I was like, well, what are we doing? I don't know. But I think I'm going to get rid of this one. This is probably going to go. The next one I think I'm going to get rid of is The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And I have the Inheritance games. I have the first one. But I liked the first book. I did not like these last 2 books. I didn't like the second one, and I didn't like the third one. And I know, again, people are probably like, you're insane. But I just felt like they were so pointless. So I genuinely couldn't think of one thing in this book that I enjoyed. I didn't give it a terrible rating because I feel like, oh, maybe like it's great for young adult, maybe. But like, I did not like this book. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one. That's another one that I'm thinking about. But I do recommend the first book. I do think the first book was good, and I don't really think the second or third book add anything to the story, to be honest with you. I don't think it changes anything really at all. I guess you could say it does at the end of the third book, but it really doesn't change that much. I'd recommend the first book, not the rest of them. And I never bought the third one, which I'm really glad, because after I read this one, I was just so thoroughly disappointed, but I was like, I'm going to finish the series, so may as well just use it on Kindle Unlimited, which is what I did for the third book. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I've also thought about getting rid of this one a couple times, which I just grabbed from here, but I need to reread it, so I'm going to do that real fast. I need to reread the synopsis to see if it was something I was super interested in. Okay, I have decided to keep this one because it's like a historical fiction / mystery, and I do think now that I reread the synopsis, it does sound good, so I think I'm going to keep this one. I don't know, I'm trying to think if there are any more that I had thought about unhauling. Like, I don't want to unhaul too much at one time, because what I already listed, I feel like is quite a few books that I'm unhauling, but I don't know. So I think right now, that's all I'm going to stick with. I think that's all for right now. I think that's all I'm going to stick with getting rid of for now. I'll probably do another one of these soon. Just because, like, as I get more books, I realize that, like, my taste is changing. So I'm trying to buy books at a slower pace. Like, not get books as frequently as I was last year. Like, I was just going in the bookstores like, that looks interesting, and then just getting it. Where I want to take more time to be intentional and think about, is that something I would want to have a physical copy of? Maybe could I buy a Kindle copy instead? Because those are normally cheaper. Or maybe is it on Kindle Unlimited? I could read it there first. So I'm trying to be more intentional about those things. So yeah, I think for today, that's about it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I think I will try to post a January wrap up super late, maybe towards the end of February, which I know is like super late in the month, but I just have not had the time nor energy to get that done with having the flu. So I'm going to try and do that at some point because I'd like to do those every month, but I'm also going to try and do some more of these like fun things. And let me know if you're interested in seeing the read with me for 30 minutes or something like that. I'm thinking about where I just sit and I read for like a half an hour and play some like nice lo-fi music in the back, and we can read together. Let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. Thank you so much for watching.